how exciting is that? I made a post yesterday saying that the eclipse was last night, and I went so far as to set my alarm and wake up at like 1:15. And so I walked outside, and it was really weird because I looked at the moon and nothing was happening. And I was like, oh, I must have got the time wrong. So I went back inside, laid back down in bed. I almost fell back asleep, but I was like, "Ugh, okay, let's get up and go see the eclipse again." So I go outside, look up at the moon, nothing's happening. And then, like, I saw this bird out of the corner of my eyes sit on the light line, the electricity line, and I was like, oh, that's a big bird. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I thought to myself, I thought maybe it was a buzzard or something like that. And then it dawned on me, I was like, that could be an owl. And so I kind of kept looking at it. I took a couple of pictures, and I just kind of waited, and then I stared up at the moon, and I waited for the eclipse, and then the owl hooted like 3 times. I was like, oh my gosh, that's an owl. I was like, I was supposed to come out here at 1:30 in the morning and witness this owl. And so I did. I haven't actually had time to sit with the message and to figure out what that means for me. But I did watch this discussion on Santa Muerte, and so I was thinking that that maybe it's time for me to start an altar. But I do have a small altar of Micantlecuitli's counterpart. I think it's I can't pronounce her name, but it's like Mictlacihuatl, Mictlacihuatl, I believe. Um, and so perhaps I need to start working with that energy. I'm thinking. I don't know if the owl is associated with that Aztec energy, but I do know that a lot of the Catholicism energy comes from the people, the Mexica, because when Mexico was colonized, the natives still wanted to practice their religion, and of course they couldn't because they got killed and all of that, and so they hid certain things within Catholicism. And so Santa Muerte, I believe, is part of Micantlecuhtli and his counterpart Micantlacihuatl, and so it might be the same. So who knows? And so it was a really nice, it was a nice surprise that I saw that owl, and so it kind of it at first, when I realized that I made that post in error, I'm like, oh my god, what kind of what kind of moon practitioner am I? What kind of astrologer am I? But actually, I kind of got over it really quickly, which is amazing because I have a stellium in Virgo, and I like things perfect. And making mistakes is something that drives me insane, right? So, oh gosh, there's lots of people in here. Oh, wow, that's cool. Hey, y'all, welcome. I can't really see the chat all that well. I'm using my phone. So, yeah, so, oh, thanks. Thank you. I don't have any makeup on, and actually, I think I rubbed off my eyeliner. It's 9:05 here where I'm at, and I've been at work all day, and I really just wanted to hop on just quickly and tell y'all about my situation with my owls. It's because, oh, great. And now, oh gosh, oh my gosh, what these, you guys. Jeez, I'm just gonna ignore the chat. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. Um, Anyhow, and so one of the topics I wanted to explore today is what the things that we do, the things that we assign meaning to, right? And so when I sit with this visit with the owl that I had, and the situation of me posting an incorrect date for the eclipse, I'm going to associate things that have meaning to me to the situation that happened, right? I'm going to think to myself, my associations that I make with the owl, I woke up and got ready for work this morning, and I was fumbling around in the dark because my husband was sleeping. And so I didn't turn on the light, and I was looking for a specific jewelry. This, as a matter of fact, I was looking for this, and since the light wasn't on, I couldn't really find it. And so I turned on the hall light and I let the light shine in, and I saw it. I'm like, aha, because the light caught this iridescent looking stone. And a real owl. It was a real owl. Check out my post. I took a picture of it and I posted it. Um, so it was a real owl. I think it was what is a barred owl. I'm from the South, dirty South, and so we have a lot of barred owls in barred, BAR, maybe 2RED. And so that owl actually has like stripes on it, which is why it's called a barred owl. So, so anyway, I found this necklace, and I grabbed for it, and I grabbed the necklace, and I grabbed another necklace which was a skull. And so I'm like, okay, an owl, a skull, both of those things are associated with Santa Muerte. And whenever so the story goes that when Santa Muerte is ready to work with you, or Santa Muerte, it's time for you to start working with that deity or that energy, there'll be clues. And so I was thinking to myself, okay, there, I got the skull, I saw that owl, that video, I watched that video on Santa Muerte, and of course I have that little, I wouldn't call it a shrine, but I have a picture of Micantlecuitli, Cibotal there on my dresser, and I put some things around that picture as well. And so I associated those things with that deity. And so when we start associating things with the deities, or we start associating things with things that have meaning to us, we think that they're signs, we think that they're meanings. And so our human brain wants to associate, our human brain wants to make sense of this world that we're in. So it takes the information that we have and relates it to the outside world, and tries to make sense of it, and tries to say, hey, this is what it is. This is what it means to you. And so that's basically what our intuition is. Our intuition is taking the messages of the outside world, applying them to what we know and to what we want to know, and us making sense of it. So that's kind of what I wanted to share, something to have you guys think about it. Just messages, signs mean different things to different people, and I can use the tarot as a great example. The tarot started out as a card game way back when, and then mystics started getting a hold of it and started applying meaning to the suits, to the cards, to the scene that was going on in the cards. And that's what and fast forward to today, the tarot that everyone knows is the tarot based on the Golden Dawn, which is the RWS. Thoth too is from the Golden Dawn as well. And what they did is they associated the cards with the decans of astrology. So each card has a meaning based on the house that a planet is in, based on the zodiacal wheel. The zodiacal wheel is broken up into 12 equal parts, and then those 12 equal parts are further broken down to 4 parts, which are called the decans. And so each card sort of fits nicely in there. I think it's just the 2 through 10, I believe. And then I don't know, it gets pretty complicated. I'm not too well versed on that, but that's the overall gist of what RWS and Thoth based tarot decks are, is they're based on astrology. The majors, the trump cards, are also based on astrology as well. Like, for instance, Justice is related to Libra, and the Strength card is related to Leo. However, way back when, the Justice and Strength, they were reversed. Justice comes first and then Strength, and it's called Fortitude, Fuerza. And so and so the Golden Dawn wanted to relate those cards. They wanted them to be in a nice order, so they switched the order, right? So now Justice is card number 11 when it was card number 8, and now Strength is card number 8 when it was card number 12. So what happens is that people assign meaning to things, and then it kind of it takes off or it doesn't, right? I think it was maybe John Dee who associated the tarot suits with the elements. It hasn't always been that way. And so, like I said, you just put meaning to something and then you derive a message from it. So whatever it means to you is what is the message that you'll receive, right? So, like the owl and the skull to me was something that meant Santa Muerte to me, and doesn't necessarily it's going to mean something to somebody else. I know the Native Americans from North America versus South America, when they see an owl, they think it's a bad omen, and it can be a bad omen. I believe that when a horned owl comes, that is supposed to mean death, in regards to Santa Muerte. But if it's an owl without those little ear horns, not actual horns, but like the little ears that pop up, like is it a barn owl? I'm not quite sure, but the owl that doesn't have those two feathers or whatever those are that stick up, that's an owl. It's a message. So, oh, look, it's Elizabeth. Hey, I thought, Elizabeth, I need to give you a wrench because there's like people that are saying weird things in this chat. And I really can't do anything about it because I'm on my phone. I also need to plug in my phone. So, anyhow, Elizabeth, I was telling everybody about that owl that I saw last night after I made that erroneous post. I got up thinking that I was going to watch the eclipse, and there was no eclipse, but actually there was an owl that came to visit. So, yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Uh-huh. So where was I? Yeah, and basically I was just saying how we humans, how our human mind works. We just like to apply meaning to our environment. Like whatever is around us, we apply meaning to that to make sense of it. And so we can find meaning pretty much in anything. I mean, we find meaning in the placements of stars. We find meaning in cards, right? So I took a nap and now oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, take a nap, and I'm gonna wake up at 5:30. So who else is gonna watch the eclipse tonight? Oh, this Debasaya Das. You need to quit it, dude. Like seriously. Just give it up. Um, oh, I got a cool new deck. Actually, I got two cool new decks, and they're not actually new. I just thought the art was pretty cool, and it's kind of funny. I didn't know that. Have you seen this? The Tattoo Tarot. Um, let's see. There's actually one in here that I'm gonna get to. So wait for it. Uh-oh. We've got the Hierophant. So check that out, right? That's the lover. So this is a total inclusive deck. Wait till we get to the star. I'm just gonna go through it really quick. There's Strength. There's the Hanged Man, Death. This is my favorite card. I love the Death card. There's the Devil, Tower. Oh, there's the Star from Thailand. So, it's a pretty cool deck. I mean, I like it. I really like this world too. The backs are cool. The backs are cool. It was on Amazon for like 20 bucks. And I also got another tattoo tarot. So I have, this makes my third deck of tattoo tarots. Yeah, I know. Hello. Sorry. I believe it's mass market. Yes. I got it on Amazon. So it's by Alyssa Wilson. I don't see the what's it called? The maker. Page Street Publishing. Yeah. So, and then I've got this one too. I'm going to do a flip through of them on my channel. So this tattoo tarot. Oh, you bought 2 decks today. Yes. I think I've been on like a little deck buying excursion. And then I have this tattoo tarot, which I've had for some years. This deck I love. I mean, how many tattoo tarots can there be? Right? That's crazy. So these are the backs, and then this one's by Mega Munden. So this one's pretty cool. Oh, I like that guy. I like this. These guys are just cool. I read reversals, so some of these are going to be in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, this one's pretty. Oh gosh, I love this card. This one's pretty cool. I don't know how. This wasn't supposed to be a flip through live. it wasn't. Oh, here's a star. Yeah, it's more pippish. It is. It's a little bit more pippish than like a typical RWS. So I like it because I like it not being influenced by RWS. Like I don't really like the card that I hate the most is the 3 of Swords. And I know it's the deck that it's in and I can't remember exactly what it is, like what Saturn in something. And I just don't feel like that's like a heartbreak card for me. You know, 3 is a number for me of creation, you know, and then of course the Suit of Swords is thought, thinking. And so 3 of Swords is, take a minute. Oh, okay. Let me do that. I have it up over here on my computer. And so the 3 of Swords just kind of drives me crazy when I see it. And so, where am I? Is this studio? YouTube studio. I don't think I'm in studio. Okay. Let's do it here. Yeah. So, and so I was looking for decks that were not RWS based for the longest time. And that's why I chose this deck, was because it was less RWS. Much deeper. Yeah, me too. I think that too. All right, let's see. Settings. Where do I go to make you... Oh, community moderation. Let's see. Managing. Add a managing moderator. I guess that would be you. Okay. What is it? The more intuitive. What? Oh, it's a space. Okay, dang it. The more. There's so many the mores here on YouTube. The more into. There you go. Okay. All right, let me add you and save all channels. I don't even know what that means. Okay. All right, I did it. I did it. Settings saved. So yeah, So those are, so now I'm the proud owner of 3 tattoo decks. Um, let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, so the chart that I posted yesterday and the chart that I posted today are very similar. Um, so when I look at astrology, I look at true sky. Well, I wouldn't say true sky because, people's truths are all different. I look at this constellations as they are in our sky. And so it's called, I guess it's more so sidereal astrology. And and so when a planet is in a sign, to me, it's actually in a constellation. So yesterday the moon was in the constellation of Leo, and today it kind of looks like it's on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. Like if you look at Stellarium, that's the first picture I posted today. It really looks like the moon is right across Virgo's head and pretty much in line with Leo's tail, the star and tail. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for hiding that guy. Uh, so yeah. So yes, it moves. The moon moves signs probably on average like every 2 to 3.5 days, depending on what sign it's going through. Like for instance, Scorpio and Ophiuchus are smaller signs, so she zips through those. And Virgo's a really long sign. So I think the moon will spend like 40 something days in Virgo. So in the constellation of Virgo. So with tropical astrology, the everything's aligned with the tropics. That's why it's called tropical, right? So you've got the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropical of Capricorn, and those two are on opposite sides of the wheel. And so from everything starts from there, and then everything is just delineated perfectly 30 degrees all around the wheel, right? It doesn't matter the size of the constellation. It makes no matter. It's just everything is exactly 30 degrees, which fits nicely for our 12 signs. That's great and everything. Um, so so I'm not discounting tropical astrology. As a matter of fact, I kind of think both are valid. I've always kind of felt that tropical astrology is for our earth-based thing because we're viewing it as earth-based people, right? We like everything to be organized and perfect, and everything is perfect and everything is on the regular. Whereas sidereal astrology is a bit more messy. It's not as perfect. We've got 40-degree Virgo versus like 23-degree Scorpio or Ophiuchus. I can't remember how many degrees it is, but it's not perfect. But the thing is that you can go outside, well, only at night, right? And you can see where things are in regards to the star placements. So that's what interests me about sidereal. And so I also feel that it's more of soul astrology. Now, I have found an interest in Vedic astrology, which is starting to really pique my interest. It's starting to fill in the gaps that I feel that Western astrology doesn't. Oh, you're staying up. Oh my gosh. I actually need to go to bed. I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to set my alarm for 1:30 to wake up. Um, did you see my post, Elizabeth? I took a picture of that owl that came to visit. I thought you were doing a live today, Elizabeth. I thought I saw you were doing a full moon live with Ange. Um, oh gosh, it was so funny when I was getting ready for my posts yesterday. I was looking, I looked at Stellarium and I was like, the moon's in Leo. I was like, I was like, that doesn't sound right, but okay, the moon's in Leo. I didn't know we were gonna have the eclipse in Leo. And then I looked at like a star date calendar, and oh, you're doing it tomorrow night. Okay, all right. See, I'm like a day off. I don't know what the problem is. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad my head is connected to my body because I don't even know what would happen if it wasn't. Um, So anyway, as I was doing my research for the post, I saw that the eclipse was going to happen in 23 hours, and even that didn't jar me. It's like I was on a mission to say the eclipse is happening yesterday. Um, and I was like, that must be wrong. Or I thought to myself, that must be on the other side of the world, or something. Like I made up a reason for me still to think that the eclipse was happening that yesterday. And then there was one more thing that should have alerted me. What was that? I think it's because I thought that you were going to have a live and your live hadn't started yet. Um, um, I didn't even catch that was an error. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I didn't. There were just two. There were three things that pointed me that I should have been aware of that would have said um, that the eclipse wasn't that day. And but I still was just focused on it being yesterday. But had I not thought that it was yesterday, I would have missed my owl friend. And there is definitely a message in that, and I need to sit with that message to figure out what that is. Um, all right, so it's 9:30, guys. I think I am going to head off to bed. I thought I would do a little bit of a tarot reading, but I don't really feel like doing a tarot reading right now. I kind of have a bit of a headache. So, so I think I'm gonna head off to bed, and then I'm gonna wake up at 1:30. Yes, the owl is posted, and I wasn't even sure that it was an owl. It flew. I saw it fly and sit on the power line. Um, and I was like, that's a big bird. And then, but I was so focused on the moon. I mean, I looked up and the moon was just, bright and bright. And I was like, where's the eclipse? Then I looked and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And so, and then I saw the owl, and then we sat there together for a bit, admiring the moon, and then the owl hooted, and I was like, oh my God, that's an owl. And so yeah, so like then, like maybe about 30 seconds later, it flew away, and then I looked up and I was like, the eclipse still isn't happening. I was like, okay, well, I need to go to bed because I have to go to work. So I was like, I guess, I don't know. I guess I must have missed it or something. So I go and I lay down, and as I'm drifting off to sleep, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I cannot believe that. It's like, so, so yeah, but I needed to see that owl, and I saw oh, what's that dude's name? Scarabs, Moon Scarabs, Santa Muerte video live with that lady, and so like that's. I don't know if it's a message for me to start working with Santa Muerte because I was thinking about it, but see, I have this thing with Catholicism, and I was involved with a group, where an Aztec dance group, in which it's a whole long story, but I really into the Aztec energies and the people of the Mexica people. My family lineage is from Mexico, and of course, I've got some Spanish in me, and so I feel a deep connection with those energies. And so I have a picture or a drawing that my friend did of Micantlecuhtli, no, Micantlexihuatl, which is Micantlecuhtli's counterpart. And those two are the lords of the underworld. And so, like, as I was watching Moon Scarabs live, I was thinking to myself, well, I wouldn't really want to work with something with that. I'd rather work with, Micantlecuhtli and Micantlexihuatl. Um, and so I don't know. It's just a whole big thing that I need to work out and sit with my altar, and just figure out and apply meaning to it. Right? I've got to apply my meaning to my external stimuli, and of course that will guide me to where I need to go. All right. Well, thank you to my moderator, my newly crowned moderator. You're amazing. Um, so, yeah, I will try to catch your live tomorrow. I'm actually going out of town. I got to wake up in the morning and work from home for a little bit. And then me and my daughters are going to drive to my mom's house, which she lives about 3 hours away. So I may or may, and she lives out in the country too. So, but I'll be able to see the stars. There's not going to be any ambient light. I'll probably hop in the Temescal too, which is going to be great. So, oh, but I got to move all those rocks. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what I'm drawn to do. But anyhow, um, we are prom dress. Oh my God, how fun! Oh, that's gonna be great. Yeah, have fun prom dress shopping. We haven't gotten there yet. Actually, my oldest son wasn't interested in that. He's already graduated. And yes, it is pretty in the country. She is way out in the country. She's got like 85 acres. She's got some cows and some chickens and stuff like that. So it's total country life. Like the nearest store is literally 20 minutes away. so, so anyway, yeah, we'll be driving out there and I'll try to catch her live. But if not, I'll catch the replay. So you have fun prom dress shopping and thank you all to those who have stopped by. Hopefully I can get on and do some live tarot readings pretty soon. I was planning on doing it this weekend, but then I realized I told my mom I was going to go out there. So, oh, maybe I can do some out there. Wi-Fi permitting. Okay, guys, everyone have a great night. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'll see you soon. Take care, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna end this. I think I do the X. Yes.